Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to include you in this conversation. I'm going to be posting weekly just about real life situations, what transactional lending is, and just different little pieces of information that could help you with your deals in the future. So, today I wanted to talk about earnest money deposits. So, as a transactional lender, this is one of the things that I help fund. And so, an earnest money deposit is a deposit that a buyer puts down on a property when they're ready to purchase the property to show it just good faith that they're willing to go through with the deal. So, sometimes investors or even regular buyers are needing help with the earnest money deposits. And so most of the time, investors will be using transactional lenders because they're buying a high volume of properties. And so they like to use other lenders to help pay earnest money deposits to help them continue to purchase and put offers in on other properties. It's usually not just one property that they're putting earnest money deposit on. So this is where it we can come in as a team and help fund their earnest money. Um, and so most of the time, it's really good to have a transactional lender or a lender and your whole team of investors. It could be, usually people want in their team, they've got the transactional lenders, they've got the buyers, the wholesalers. So there's the title company, the agent. So there's always a lot of different people working in on one transaction. And for investors, it's super helpful to have this team kind of built up ahead of time so that when they do go under contract, everything runs smoothly. So I wanted to bring up a real life scenario where I wasn't able to help an investor fund their earnest money deposit. And here's why. So, this investor, when they came to me for funding the earnest money deposit, they had already completed the letter of intent, which is also referred to as the LOI. And so, that's usually the first step when you're buying multifamily. You submit a letter of intent, the buyers and sellers both sign it. And then from there, you would move on to the purchase and sales agreement, which is completed, signed, executed by all parties. And so in those documents, in those contracts, it lists all the details of what's going to happen, the earnest money, the closing, the inspection period, all of those pieces of information are listed in there. And so when this investor came to me to help ask for funding for the EMD, these two contracts were already submitted. And so um, we always require a mutual release agreement to be signed by the sellers and the buyers when we're funding the earnest money deposit, because this will help protect our funds. And we always require that our money is refundable through the close of escrow. So most of the time on these contracts, if they're submitted ahead of time before they get in touch with the transactional lender, they are only refundable through the inspection period. So in this situation, since those documents were already executed, the seller did not want to sign them, and it went against what was already written and what was already agreed upon. So I wasn't able to fund the earnest money deposit on this transaction. Um, so I wanted to make a video here to just tell you guys what you would need from me, and things to prepare for if you're looking to use a transactional lender to fund your earnest money deposit. And if there's any other topics that you want me to talk about or that you're interested in for transactional lending, drop them in the comments and I'll see you next week.